Philip to Evelyn, 5 May 1945. Dearest darling, last night I spent 2 hours filling 3 large pages with reasons why I took exception to most of the things you said in your letter of 21 April. During the course of my remarks, though, I said some things that were calculated to cut deep. When I finished, I went to the movie to see And Now Tomorrow. On my return to the hut, reread what I had written, and then, liking myself very little for trying to hurt you, even though my remarks were justified and you deserved to be hurt a little, I tore the letter and discarded it. I had done a lot of figuring, totaling up the money I received since I've been overseas. The amount I had sent home, which you might be interested to know, was 45% of total income, and pointing out to you that financially you have lost not a penny by my absence. 2 sentences in your letter inspired hot retorts that I hope I will never be foolish enough to repeat. 1, your implication that through the past 4 years I have either not known or failed in my responsibilities as a husband and father. 2, your assertion that I have no appreciation of money and your general attitude that I am not doing as well by you and myself as I might. Well, Chippy, you can take my word for it. I had plenty to say to defend myself on both scores. But however rationally I tried to explain my side of it, and in spite of my best efforts to prevent it, I felt on rereading what I had written that there was too much of bitterness and condemnation contained therein to be taken with impunity by you, darling, whom I love so much and whom I am sworn to keep from hurt. That is why, baby, although my arguments in self-defense were entirely adequate, at least as far as I am concerned, I destroyed the letter. After all, sweet, when you consider the magnitude of the world-shaking events now taking place, it must seem pretty petty and foolish that we persist in quibbling over something that you only suspect and I deny. Since I have neither the time nor the inclination to defend myself from your allegations, I consider it both ill-timed and unfair of you to criticize any act of mine. When I come home, dear, I'll give you all the argument you want and more. I just remembered that we once had a spat that resulted in your going home to Mother for a few hours. Don't you consider it as significant, darling, that I can't recall any inkling of what we had words about? Evie, sweetheart, please try to believe that I'm doing the best I know how in all departments. If I fail to come up to your expectations or requirements in any instance, please try to remember that I am, after all, merely human, and therefore subject to mistakes and failings. Good night, my lovely. Love to Adele. Your Phil.